if you're like me, and well, let's face it, who doesn't want to be like me on some level? If you're like me, though, you love Led Zeppelin. I mean, who doesn't love Led Zeppelin? I mean, I'm not the first, although certainly, everybody knows I love Led Zeppelin, so it's maybe a calling card, a hallmark. I don't mean Greta Van Fleet when I say Led Zeppelin, incidentally. Check your sources, go back to the roots, and, you want to work your way forward, not backwards. And so, check your sources, by which I mean, Willie Dixon. Moving forward, I've been a fan of Led Zeppelin for many, many years, but over time, there's been one album which I guess I kind of haven't connected with. It turns out, I realized this a while back, that I didn't own the CD anymore. I'd gotten rid of it, and I never bothered to import the CD into my iTunes library, so, the whole album just kind of ceased to exist in my world. And it was kind of surprising. Every now and then I'd be like, wow, that's weird, and then I would just forget about it and not really care. And that album was Houses of the Holy. It's never been my favorite Led Zeppelin album, and it kind of was easy for me to write off for whatever reason. Over the years, I think I've rather unfairly maligned this album. When Zeppelin did the reissue recently, I picked up the vinyl copy of it and listened to it, and I'd kind of forgotten about how great some of the songs are. There was a lot of stuff I'd forgotten about on it, and was kind of pleasantly surprised by to get reacquainted with. I think what had kind of happened is over time there were a couple songs which, sort of overshadowed other ones, and those would be, Jamaica and The Crunch. I think, those two songs kind of somehow in my mind came to represent the album as a whole, and not in a good way, in the depth of their catalog, that's way down at the bottom. I mean, let's face it. I mean, it's no Stairway to Heaven, it's no Cashmere, it's no How Many More Times, it's no Your Time Is Gonna Come. I mean, yeah. It's just way down there, and it just doesn't stack up. And those songs became, like I said, somehow emblematic of that album, and so I just kind of passed it off and didn't think about it and didn't care. But, I've been happy to rediscover the Rain song and the Song Remains the Same, and how fantastic those songs are. So, it's always good to, I guess, revisit old albums, because sometimes you do discover that they're a lot better than you remember.